A little bigger crowd than I expected when I agreed to do this. I figured January 1st, not too many people will be here. Good to see you all, though. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you had a great new year. First off, I want to say thanks for allowing me the opportunity to share how running in faith really has changed my life. But first off, I probably should let you know that I was the type of student in high school that nobody wanted when they had to do group presentations, because I was the kid that never, ever showed up. I despised having to get up in front of people. And it only got easier when I went through puberty and got my amazing singing voice, and somebody said, "Oh, you sound just like your father." Light bulb. Yes, Sam will not be in school again today. Sorry about that, Dad. If my dad is looking down upon me right now, he's probably going something like, and he's also going probably thinking, is that really water in that water bottle? He also gave me a couple other tips that he used to say when it helped him to get up and talk in front of people to make it easier, but since we're in church, I'm not going to do that. As I was preparing for this great opportunity to stand up here and speak before you all, I had this big plan that I was going to write it out and make sure it was awesome. Then life happened, also known as Isabel. And as I was laying awake on Thursday night after another fun day with life, I was laying there talking to God going, what have I got myself into? When am I going to prepare? There's snow supposedly coming in. Am I going to get called in to plow? Am I going to be standing up here right now with nothing written down and just wing it? Then suddenly, at about 23:30, 11:30 p.m. for all you non-military people, something came over me, and suddenly I was wide awake, and I couldn't put the pen down. About 12 or 13 pages later, it was probably close to 5 a.m., I looked at the clock and went, I have to work in 3 hours. But I was feeling so much better about today, and I was really excited again. And I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to have to call Karen and give her some lame excuse on Sunday morning about why I couldn't come in here to do this. Let me get this thing out of the way. I am not a fast runner. I probably never ever will be. I used to hate running. I despised it, even in the military. But I always did it. Drill sergeants made sure of that. It did cost me some push-ups quite often, but we still did it. Kind of like my church life. I was never a great Christian. I hated going to church as a kid. I figured I should be home watching football, riding my motorcycle, never doing chores, of course. But my mom and dad, they always made me. And I guess once again, mom and dad knew what was best for me. And there was a time in my life that I was angry with God for things that happened in my life. My dad had died. My job had been terminated. I felt like my life was going nowhere. Running and being a Christian is not always easy. And now I'm going to share with you how running helped me to be a better Christian. Jesus says in Mark 8:3-4, then he called the crowd to him along with his disciples and said, whoever wants to be my disciples must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me. If you ever saw my splits running, you would know that I definitely had the carrying the cross part down. The split is something that runners use to decide or tell how fast they're running, which mine are not too good sometimes. It wasn't easy to start running. My personal trainer, Kelly, timed my first 1 mile at a whopping 23 minutes. That's right, 23 minutes. An average person can walk a mile in 17 minutes. I had to stop, catch my breath, talked to the big guy upstairs, might have even said a bad word or two, thinking I was going to die, but I did it, and that was the first step. I now run an average of 9 to 10 minute miles, not spectacular, but it's better. If you are wanting to be a runner, there's several things you need to do, but one of the most important is you need to get a very good running partner. Someone to encourage and support in good times and bad. A person who's not afraid to tell you like it is. Someone you can count on to be there at Spring Meadow Lake, Centennial Park, at 5 a.m. or earlier, no matter what the weather is. I am blessed to have the First Christian Church family as my Christian running partner, and I know I can count on them, and they never let me down, and they're always also not afraid to tell me like it is. Some more than others. In Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 10, it says, 2 are better than 1, because there's a good reward for their labor together. For if they fall, then one will help up his companion. But woe to him who is alone when he falls, and he has no one to help him up. My start as a runner was rather unexpected to me, and the story goes a little like this. One evening several years ago, I received a text from a number that I didn't recognize. And the text said, "Hey, we should start running together a couple times a week." I look at the phone. I'm like, what? I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number. Pretty quick. Nope, not the wrong number. This is Sam, right? Yes. But how did you know I wanted to start running? At work one day, you mentioned you were running a little before your sessions with your trainer, and I need a running partner. Okay, when? 5 a.m. By the way, this is Danielle. Meet you at the Salvation on Henderson. See you then. For real? 5 a.m.? Yeah? Okay, see you then. I set the phone down and wondered how in the world did she know that I wanted to become a runner? Then I realized, thanks God. Danielle was the person who texted me, and we've been running pretty much ever since. We have done several 10Ks and 5Ks together, and hundreds and thousands, well maybe not thousands, but just hundreds of training miles. We have talked and encouraged each other through many hardships and many good times. We cheer for each other and are the first ones to pick each other up during the hard times, not necessarily running. She's always the first person to call when she knows something's going on, and I'm the first person that'll call her when I know that she'll call me when she's struggling. Danielle is a devoted Christian, and I'm a very, very good person. I'm blessed that God brought her into my life and made her my running partner, but also my friend. When I run, I am at peace, although it sometimes takes me a few more miles to get there than others. I often talk to God lately when I'm running, and this time, sometimes I even listen. The answers don't always jump right out at me. They could be in a beautiful sunrise, or even in a song that comes on at just the right time while you're running. Yes, I have been known to download the worship songs that we sing each week in church to remind me of all the wonderful times and the good memories we have with all of you, and to reflect on the message that we had. First Christian Church has allowed me to step out of my shell and to be up here right now. It has also had some great leaders and some great coaches. Pastor Paul and Monica introduced me to the Run for God program, and I was lucky enough to be a part of the first class at FCC. I've always enjoyed running with the people and Run for God, and the most joy I get is out of watching some of these people accomplish goals they did not think possible. I've also been blessed and enjoyed coaching a few people and watching them run their first 5K and 10K. Actually, I have Kelly, she did the Shake It Off competition with me, and she ran her first 5K last year when we did the library race together. Didn't know she was going to be here, so now I have to be really good. She knows the truth. Another friend of mine, Jeannie, who I've known since high school, we worked together. She actually dated one of my really good friends. And it was kind of funny, I was looking through my memories on Facebook, and I put a thing out there, because I'm always looking for people to run, trying to encourage them. And on the 30th, 2 or 3 years ago, the text goes something, she goes, well, I don't think I'm ready to run that far. And I don't want to slow you down. Obviously, she hasn't seen me run. And that's what I texted her back. I said, I run your pace. I'm not here to win races. I'm here to encourage. She replies back, okay, let me think about it. A couple hours later, I get a message on Facebook. Okay, I'm in. Can I ride down with you? I'll share gas. So Jeannie actually signed up to run her first 10K with me at the Run the Pub in 2014. Christy went with us. She was not a runner. She was a chocolate eater. And sat in the chocolate shop while we ran for 6.3 miles. But fortunately, she did get done eating chocolate in time to come over and greet us at the finish line and make sure I didn't die. Jeannie now is an avid runner and has run numerous marathons, as well as completed the trifecta in the Spartan Race series. And if you know anything about Spartan Race, the trifecta is it's like the holy grail of obstacle course races. She also instructs and is in amazing shape, but she's also my running partner. Fortunately, Christy has gone from chocolate eater, well, I think she still is a chocolate eater. At least my chocolate is always low when she leaves, to a runner. And she runs and works out more than I do, and is much better shape than I am in right now. But the good part is, she even still talks to me after her first 5K at Governor's Cup in 2014 with the rest of the Run for God crew. We were running together, and she was wondering, I think she may even have been hating me at that time, how close were we to the finish line? I just gradually told her, said, just one more hill. You got this. If you've ever done the Governor's Cup, you know the final hill for all the races is running up Last Chance Gulch to the finish line at the library. Christy and I hadn't even reached the cathedral yet. If Christy tells a story, it was at least 20 more hills. I only think it was 8 or 9. The saying just one more hill now is our way of saying, it's okay. We got this. Give it to God. I'm blessed that this church is full of running partners.